It's something we need to start looking at and discussing on a regular basis. Civilization Jihad imams. They come here, they wear their suits, they wear their kufi hats, they dress with their Sharia compliant clothing, their ankle high pants, and they go around telling you things like Islam means peace. I was at an NOI mosque in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Eric was there. The imam said Jesus was a Muslim because he was peaceful and he taught peace. And Usama responded, okay, you just said that Moses is not a prophet because he committed an act of murder. And that means Muhammad can't be a prophet because he taught murder. And like, oh, well, and then people got kind of upset. That's the truth. Now, I'm going to play for you 3 different videos. I want you to think about these videos. The first one comes from New York State, Rockland County. Please let me know if the sound works.
Yes, and this is not my word, and this is not racism. He said, the Jews and the Christians will not accept you until follow your religion, subhanAllah. And you see what's happening now. They all gather in the people of Gaza, subhanAllah. What is Gaza and what is Hamas, subhanAllah? 20 to 30,000 soldiers there, okay? They sent the army, the United States, Germany, France, England, subhanAllah, and they sent the army officers, the occupation army, subhanAllah. It's over 350,000, subhanAllah, all to fight 30,000 people. And who's winning there, subhanAllah? You look, the people with Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're winning. They're not losing that battle. It's 11 months now, it starts, subhanAllah. And
so this is the part that I find interesting, that Usama had to explain to me. He said to me that when he was in Egypt, and I've heard him say this multiple times, he was taught that Egypt and all the countries around Israel won the wars against Israel. All of the wars they've had against Israel, they've won. And he went home and he asked his dad if it was true that they won the wars. And the truth was, of course, no. But this is what they teach. What they teach, they're winning when they're actually losing. What does this create? A false sense of security, that Allah is a loser, maybe? They can't let people know that Allah is a loser. They're protecting Allah. I was kind of surprised when I sat there and listened to this, but this gets worse.
Well, they still can't defeat them because
I got to run, but I just wanted to point something out. Look at his shirt. What's this guy? I mean, does he drool on himself, or what's the
probably a sweaty hot day inside the mosque.
That's not where you
my
sweat.
guess.
If you're gonna sweat, you don't sweat there.
You
can, but you have something down below too. Anyway, I got to go to my grandson's football game. God bless you guys. We'll see you.
God bless.
All right, bye.
All right, we'll come back here.
Allah told us, the Quran Kareem, and this is not my word, and this is not racism. The people of Gaza, what is 30,000 soldiers? They sent the army, the United States, Germany, France. They sent the army officers, the occupation army, subhanAllah. It's over 350,000, subhanAllah, all to fight 30,000 people. And who's winning there, subhanAllah? You look, the people with Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're winning. They're not losing that battle. It's 11 months now, it starts, subhanAllah. And they still can't defeat them because they have in their hearts, subhanAllah, that faith, the one we don't have ourselves. اللهم انصر اخواننا في غزة وفلسطين وسدد رميهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم دمر اليهود الصهيونيين. اللهم خذهم أخذ عزيز مقتدر يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل كيدهم في نحورهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم زلزل الأرض تحت أقدامهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين وأعده إلى رحاب المسلمين وارزقنا صلاة فيه يا رب العالمين.
All right. So this guy is encouraging war. And he's claiming success when they have no success. And he's doing that here in New York State. This gets worse. Oops, I got the wrong one on here. All right, so we're going to skip to here. Okay, we'll come back here. All right, here we go. This guy's in New Jersey. This guy is scary to think that he's in New Jersey and he's stating these things. I have serious issues. I think this guy should be arrested for crimes because of his words.
Passing away a shaheed, passing away fighting for the cause of the Muslims, fighting against oppression and injustice, being a strong believer and dying in the way of Allah. There's nothing better than it. Your injuries and your scars will be a witness for you on the day of judgment. The wounds and the blood of the shaheed smell better than the greatest of all mosques. It is an honor to die a martyr, because I would rather die a martyr than die on my couch watching television, or die from a heart attack at old age, or die from any natural cause. People die natural causes, no problem. I'm saying it's a beautiful thing to die a martyr. He's so happy he died because he got shahada. Every day there's 150 shuhada that pass away in Gaza, but they're not dead, they're alive. They're all happy with what they got. They're calling out all of Gaza to come die with them because it's amazing. They're having a good time. But one of the great leaders and people of Palestine passed away. He was killed. And what I want to say is that he was a good man, and we know good of him. And he was working on a peace treaty, and he was martyred. And we are happy for him that he was martyred, because we're Muslim and we have Islamic concepts. Islam is what teaches us how to think and how to have perspective. So we ask Allah to grant him and all of the martyrs of Gaza the highest levels of shahada, and the Jannah is amazing. There's no difficulty in Jannah. There's no nasab in Jannah. There's no tired in Jannah. Meat, happiness, rivers, always happy. No bad sleep in Jannah. Good sleep every day. Even if you don't get good sleep, it's still good. And he responds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, "Ma as'al wa atamanna illa an turudduni." I will not ask for anything. Allah, there's nothing that I could possibly want except for you to return me to dunya. Please let me go back to dunya. Let me go back to this dunya so I could fight again and die again a shaheed. I want to go back and die 10 times. I want to go back and get killed, and you resurrect me again, and I die and I get killed again. I want it over and over and over again. However it is that the shaheed gets killed in battle, he doesn't find any pain to it, except as if you get pierced by an ant. An ant bite is a small little bite. You don't realize it sometimes because of how light it is. Reward, reward, reward. Every second he's reward, and he's dead, and it's reward up until Yawm al-Qiyamah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us understanding, and to grant us shahada, and to grant us the want to be shuhada. And they could kill all they want. They could do all they want. This is inshallah an opening to the liberation of Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine. And we ask Allah to liberate Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine.
You notice he was telling everybody you can kill. You become a shaheed. Become a shaheed. You can kill all you want. And all of a sudden, a little bit later on, he mentions liberating Al-Aqsa Mosque. Was he telling people to go to jihad today? I mean, this is New Jersey. This video was taken off his page and off his YouTube site. I looked for it. And I'm glad that Memory caught this and put this up. But the fact that it's taken down, and these guys, these two mosques, they both spoke on the same day, August 2nd. This gets worse. These are all three of these videos. I'm going to show you another one. I'm going to pull one back up in a minute, but this next one is the same issue. Possible. All right. This is out of Canada. This is Imam Adyan Abayat. He's all about jihad. He speaks quickly, so please take time, read the English. This will blow your mind. Why am I saying that? It is scary. This Imam is recruiting. That's the thing I want people to understand. These imams that are encouraging jihad, are they considered recruiting terrorists? You have to start asking this question. And is this happening in every mosque? These people are posting what they're doing immediately to YouTube. And then, they get shown up on memory because it gets caught. Is the FBI going there to these places, placing these people under arrest for recruiting jihadis? What are they going to get these jihadis to do? This is important to understand. And this is one of the reasons why you'll hear Osama Dakdak say over and over again that mosques are not peaceful. But listen to this one. This is just a mind number. And come on. Sorry, I thought I cut this a little better.
وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله رغب في الجهاد وحرض المؤمنين وجعل ذروة سنام الإسلام الجهاد في سبيل الله وأخبر أن الجنة تحت ظلال السيوف وجاء شريعته معلية لمنازل المجاهدين وأخبر أن الجهاد في سبيل الله يرفع به العبد 100 درجة في الجنة ما بين كل درجتين كما بين السماء والأرض ورضي الله عن الشهيد القائد المجاهد الصابر الذي عاش كما أراد حرا أبيا إسماعيل هنية رحمة الله عليه. One of the highest qualities of a Muslim, the one who believes in Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, is to fight for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and got killed as shaheed in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no life better than this life, and there is no death more honorable than this death, the death for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who is marking on him, you mark on the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was poisoned by Yahud la'natullahi alayhim. The same people that they killed this brother Ismail Haniya rahmatullahi alayhi, this leader, this chief, this mujahid, they tried to kill the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam before. So it's not new about him, about them. The people that they're killing, the prophets of Allah and the righteous people, and everyone got killed by them, showing to us that they only killing the mujahideen fi sabilillah because they're frightened from them. They cannot face them, so they come in and killing them by betraying them, using the munafiqeen of our ummah to guide them to them. Without the munafiqeen, without the hypocrites that we're living with, they cannot achieve.
So here's my question on this. Is he encouraging war against other Muslims throughout the Islamic nation as a whole? Kill off your hypocrites. Isn't that what he's saying? Is he following Sharia? Yes. Is he following the Sunnah? Yes. Is he following the Quran? Yes. And that was said here in the United States. Let me get this just going just a second. This is what I consider the grossest piece I've seen by any imam. What he has encouraged the death of people. And I'll get you up in a minute, Rad. Here we go. So I have a personal distaste and dislike of this imam. If I think he should be under arrest. Again, these are my personal thoughts. If a Christian ever did this in a church, if a pastor ever did this, or if a Jewish rabbi ever did this in a synagogue, they would be arrested. They would be serving time for inciting violence, as we saw in the other one. But these are legal, or are they?
What would be your number one goal in this life? What do you want to achieve out of this life? One goal, what do you want from this life? Okay, we said no collective answers. Raise your hand and I'll pick you. I'm going to pick the sisters sometimes, but I expect you not to look at the sisters. Okay? And if the sister speaks, you're not going to look at her, right? Because you're supposed to do what? Lower your gaze, right? What is your number one goal in this life? What does it take to get to Jannah? Here is the answer. To die as a Muslim. Now I'm going to ask the question and I want you to answer collectively. What does it take to get to Jannah? Billah alayk, Sheikh Faisal, is that people who want to die as Muslims? Come on, like say it like you mean it, man. I want to die as a Muslim, man. No. The second one. To die as a Muslim. I want 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 to die as a Muslim. Why do I want to die as a Muslim? Why? Because I want to go to Jannah. I want to go there, live there forever. I want to eat and drink without having to go to the bathroom.
Really? I can pull up a dozen more of these. This is what they are preaching in mosques here in the United States and in Canada. Every Friday. Are these places where peaceful assembly is happening? No. If anyone else got up and preached those things, somebody would call the cops. They would come place the person under arrest and do an inquiry at the very least. Most likely that person would be held on incitement to violence charges. They might be freed and they probably would get a psych visit, but it's not happening. I just think we need to be very, very, very aware of what's happening in the United States. And I am going to call out the John Birch Society today. I have attempted before to get the John Birch Society to accept me as a public speaker. They turned me down saying, well, they don't see the Muslim Brotherhood as a threat. Really? You don't see the Muslim Brotherhood as a threat. They're the parents of Al-Qaeda. They're the parents of Hamas. I can go on and on and on. They're not a threat. Oh, but communism is a threat. You have heard of the red-green axis, right? No, well, we can't talk about that. Why not? You can go to memory, Red. You can go to memory. I think it was Colorado. I think people need to know the John Birch Society only looks at threats. It says that they look at threats against the U.S. Constitution and to this country. That is a lie. Their CEO told me directly, I have it in print, that they do not consider Islam a threat to the United States. I'm personally not recommending anyone give them a penny. I'm going to speak against them for quite some time because it's dangerous to stand where they are, to stand on a fence, a very rickety fence. They're gonna fall off and get smacked in the head. I can no longer support them. I will stand against them, and I will encourage others to do so also. Do not give John Birch Society a penny. I've done that in the past. I thought they were a good organization, but as I'm discovering, they don't want the truth about Islam. To me, I consider that scary. And that's part of the game. They're setting everybody up to follow Sharia. They're going to trick them into doing it. They've got almost all the banks into doing Sharia. Now, think about this. The banks like Sharia law because they're not charging interest, but they're making a higher income. Why? Because if I pay off a loan early, I don't pay as much interest. But if you're no longer taking interest, if you pay off the loan early, you don't get, there's no benefit to paying off a loan early. So this is the game. Yeah, it's a game. They're going to make a crap load. Banks are going to make a crap load more money under this principle. And that's why they like it. Not good for you, good for the banks. Watch it. It's happening now. It's dangerous to you. This is crazy. I mean, this is what's happening in North America. It's happening in Europe. There is a lot of stuff going on. We have to be very, very cautious. I'm no longer recommending a lot of trips to places. I would love to go to England right now, but can't say as it's a safe place for people who know the truth about Islam. Because they don't want you there. Who doesn't want you there? The government doesn't want you there. That should be a mind number. Oh, let's see. Where else could the people who know about Islam, the truth about Islam, not be welcome? Could it be Washington, D.C.? Could it be a lot of governments here that want to protect Islam? I think we have to keep the truth going. We have to get it out. We can't be silent. And this is, and pointing, I got to take everything and point it back to Christ. We're here to bring people to asking questions. If you're a Muslim and you're seeing all this stuff, how can you stand with a group that wants to kill? How can you stand with them? You call yourself peaceful. You say Islam means peace. We know it means submission. We know that you're lying when you say that. And if you don't know that and they've lied to you, I feel sorry for you. But if Islam is all about jihad, and the only way to get to Jannah, according to this Islamic scholar, you want to die as a Muslim. He didn't tell the children that meant dying as a jihadi, as a mujahideen. See, in Christianity, what Jesus said in private was to be shouted out loud. All right? Think about that. The Gospels record his words. He doesn't have to keep quiet. Why do they hide some things? In Sharia, their love of slavery is hidden in their trade documents. They don't want people to know. Why hide things? This is because Islam is a Gnostic faith. When you have secret knowledge, it gets you special places. But think about this. If Islam is all about a love of slavery, what does that do to the Nation of Islam? Oh, see, a lot of people became Nation of Islam because they wanted to stand against the bad treatment of black people. Well, and they were claiming, that Muhammad was black, but I got bad news for them. And if what we've done is kick out a leg on your three-legged stool, start asking questions. What is real? And because of that, I am going to go directly to the video we show at the end. Any last words, Sharon?
No, thank you, though.
Darcy?
The same thing. Read, research, and critical thinking matters.
Nico?
Yeah, I'm gonna quote the Bible one that's carried me through the lockdown and all that. It's Matthew 24:13. Blessed are those who endure to the end. That's a bit of a paraphrase, but it's spot on these days. Just keep your noose, remain Christ-centered, beginning, middle, and end, regardless of what's going on.
And Red, I know you joined us at the end. I can't hear you. I don't know if you're saying something. I'm guessing you're on the road. All right. Let me see. I will see if I can get that out.
Thank you.
And copy link, and we'll go right to here and put it in.
Wait,
so if anybody's looking for this, yes, now we can.
Okay, cool. Well, so I joined a day late and a dollar short to this one. Be very interested in getting that link to that one video. But all I can say is this: anyone and everything. Remember, voting matters. Vote early. Vote often. Vote like you're voting for a Democrat. And vote for Donald Trump. Okay, I'm just saying. No, we cannot let all these communists take over our country, and they are full blown communists now. This is no joke. They are full blown communists.
Yeah, our nation's the United States nations is either
Yeah. Someone told
lost
lyric.
Paul.
We lost Paul.
But
What happened? We lost our leader, Paul.
This is what we do, jam microchips in our brains.
I have no idea what happened. It just happened. All right. If you are a Muslim or whatever, and you have decided that you're missing something, that what we have done is hit some important points. If you're a former NOI after listening to this and you've learned that Islam is all about slavery and they keep it secret in their Sharia, well, we haven't even gotten to the section on slavery. Think about that, because there is a section on slavery.